Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Autobot Minerva. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here we have on the top, here's a cardboard hook, Transformers Legacy, and the bits and bobs there. And then plastic-free packaging on the front. Ooh, look at there. Eaten up, Takara Tomy, Generations, Transformers Legacy. Autobot Minerva, Hasbro print, Deluxe Class. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. Also, includes figure, 3 accessories, and instructions. And then we have some Cybertronian writing there, and some nice artwork of bot mode for Minerva. And then on this side, the Autobot artwork from Legacy, authentic, Transformers Legacy. Finally, on the back, we have Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, Autobot Minerva, digital renders of both modes, transforms in 14 steps, Hasbro print. Warning, attention, Achtung, don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. And don't give it to the babies. Some more small fine legalese and made in Vietnam print, and whatever that is. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at Minerva in her alt mode and her accessories. And here we have, to start off with, the handy dandy instruction manual, Autobot Minerva, Transformers Legacy 8 and up, Generations. And for the most part, I would have to say, has nice illustrations that are clearly printed on the paper, no blurring or anything like that. So there's a nice little look at the instructions quickly. Now let's take a look at her weapons, handy dandy tweezers right here. And here we have clear weapons. So I suppose this is supposed to be her Energon accessory, perhaps. But same stuff that came with Elita 1. In fact, the whole thing is Elita 1 except for the head. And of course the light bar. And here's this, which again is printed in clear, or molded in clear plastic. And then it has a nice shiny, glossy black paint app on it. Nice molded details on both weapons, even though you can't really see them too well on this one. So, and again, it's the same as Elita 1. And again, this whole mold is the same as Elita 1, minus the light bar, and of course, the head is different. And everything, you know, I said about Elita holds true. It's a nice, simple looking little vehicle. At least as far as I remember, that's what I said about Elita 1. You know, looks like it's mostly molded in white, except for the light bars molded in this red, clearish plastic, and then the paint app here for the white, because that just unports there. And then, of course, this windshield piece is, you know, all in this translucent bluish color. At least I think it's blue. I'm colorblind. Don't make fun of handicapped people. And then it's got this white paint app on that, but it matches up nicely with the rest of the vehicle. And then we've got a tampo here, and paint app here, the feet on the back of the vehicle here, molded in color. And then here on the bottom, you know, pretty lots of visible robot stuff going on here. So, but still overall it's nice. I would have liked for the cockpit to kind of closed up a little bit, or if they couldn't do that, you know, give it a little bit of a paint app on the inside, so maybe some of these details on the windshield or windscreen, whatever you want to call it, would still show up. But overall, I think it's a nice looking little dune buggy kind of vehicle. At least when I look at it, that's what it says. It says dune buggy. And as you can see, it kind of rolls okay, but it slides around more than anything else. But there we have it, my friends. A look at Minerva and her accessories in alt mode. Except for one thing. I forgot to show. She does have weapon storage. And you can put them, there's ports on the back quarter panel there that the guns will just port into like that. Or there's a port here. One can port in there, and then you can see it's got posts on either side of it and ports on this one on either side. And it also will go that way. And that, my friends, is a look at Minerva in her alt mode with her accessories, even attached. It's time for alt mode comparisons, and here we have Minerva next to Deluxe Class Legacy Elita 1 and Deluxe Class Velocitron Speedia 500 Crasher. For our final set of alt mode comparisons, here we have Minerva with Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee and the Amazon exclusive Earthrise Leader class Alternate Universe or Dead Optimus Prime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comedy portion of our program where I attempt to transform this Transformer. And first of all, let's remove her weapons. And they're joined together, so just one thing. Now, you can remove the light bar. It does just tab in or peg in, port in. But in order to transform Minerva, you do not have to remove this any more than you had to remove the little ugly headpiece thingy that Elita 1 had. So let's start things off. Let's flip these two pieces around, and they're just on a hinge right here. And then you want to untab right here. You see the tab, and then there's the slot that it goes into. And also, there's a tab here and a slot right here, and that's on both sides. And so we just pull those out like that. Then right here, you want to untab this arm from this top piece of the cockpit. At least I think that's what you want to do. There we go. And there you can see there's the tab right there, and then it just tabs in right here where the mushroom peg for the fist just goes in there. the same on the other side. No, I take it back. There's the little tab right there, and there's the little slot right there. So it is different on both sides. Now you want to untab right here from the front of the vehicle, the front fenders. And just kind of maneuver them a little bit. And this assembly doesn't want to come loose. Sounds about right. There we go. So we get that loose. You can see it's on a little hinge right here, and then this hinge here, that whole back piece just folds up into the cockpit piece. And while we've got those loose, you see there's a hinge here and then here, and let's make that go. Both sides, maneuver them up, and then you can see the hinge here and here. And so wait, does that fold in again? No. This hood piece folds down over the top of the windscreen as such, and then this folds down just about right there. And then you can bring those down. I don't quite recall what the instructions say to do with it. You can leave them up like this, just bringing them forward just a little bit, and they're like big old shoulder pads. Then right here, untab that, there's the tab, there's the slot. And once you have that all done, you can straighten this part out on that hinge, and you'll hear it snap together. Then these pieces fold in on a hinge right here. And you want to spin that around at the waist. And you can kind of straighten the arms up. I feel like that's right. I think it's more up like this, so that it's not in the way of the arms as much. There you go. And separate the weapons. Put one in this hand, put one in this hand. You can leave them together and stick them in one hand, I suppose, if you wanted to. But there we go, my friends. Minerva all transformed. Let's take a look at the figure and her accessories in robot mode. And first of all, let's take a look at the accessories. Both molded in clear plastic. This one, however, does have a nice big paint app of black, glossy black at that. And it does have nice molded details. And then we have the fully clear one. Again, it has some nice molded details in there. They're just hard to see because of the clear plastic. Let's take a look at the robot mode herself. And as you can see, a few paint apps on the face, this red, the face itself, the eyes, and these antennas look like paint apps. And then it looks like, I can't tell if this red or the white is the paint app, but it is there. And then right here in the crotchal region, got some paint. And then everything else is pretty much what we discussed in vehicle mode. There's Autobot Tampo. Not one on the front though. That's a little weird. Let's take a look at her articulation. She doesn't really look up, doesn't really look, well, she looks down just slightly. No chicken neck, no real waggle, but she will do the full exorcist. At the shoulder, comes out to not quite 90 degrees, and it will do a full 360 degree rotation at the shoulder, but these do get in the way, so you have to move the arm around a little bit to get that happen. Cut at the upper bicep on a mushroom peg for another 360 degree rotation. And elbow bends, a single hinge, gives you way past 90. Awesome. Then at the wrist, we do have a 360 degree rotation there as well. At the waist, 360 degree rotation. At the hips, she can give you that much of the splits. And does have a thigh rotation way up there. And it's on a double mushroom peg, but it doesn't, it'll go forward some and back some, but you could probably force it to do a full 360 degree rotation, but because this piece is up so high, it does get in the way, and I don't really recommend that you do that. Single hinge here at the knee for approximately 90 degrees of bend. Then at the feet, no tilt, but she can flip her foot all the way over for rocker. That, my friends, is a look at Minerva and her accessories in robot mode. It's time for my favorite part of a review, a Transformers review that is, robot mode comparisons. And here we have Deluxe class Minerva next to Legacy Deluxe class Elita 1. And then on the end we have the Walmart exclusive Velocitron Speedia 500 collection Deluxe class Crasher. For our final set of comparisons, here we have Deluxe class Minerva next to the Legends class Titans Returns Bumblebee and the Walmart exclusive Netflix War for Cybertron trilogy Earthrise Leader class Optimus Prime. For final thoughts on the, I believe it was a Walgreens exclusive Transformers Legacy Deluxe class Minerva, I have to say I'm not really all that familiar with the character. I do believe she was from the Japanese continuation of G1 and the Headmaster. She was one of the Headmaster Junior figures, or characters rather. But that's really as far as I know, and I could be mistaken about that. I'm not even 100% sure about that. What I do know is this is a nice looking figure. I do like that Elita 1, the new Elita 1 mold. The alt mode is kind of cool. It's kind of race car-ish dune buggy, if that makes sense. Race dune buggy, maybe. But I do like the colors on this. I do like the resculpted head. And she is another police vehicle for the collection. And again, I like the head sculpt and the colors on this one, and that's mainly why I picked it up. And you know, I do enjoy the transformation of this mold. So there's that also. I did not find mine at a Walgreens. I was lucky enough to get it when they put quote-unquote limited quantities on Hasbro Pulse. They may or may not still be there. I'm not sure as of this recording. But definitely, I'm glad to have her in my collection. First time for a Minerva. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.